Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, The Beginnings of Science. In our last episode, you remember we had a little visit from the Kraken. He apparently did not like... Whoa. Okay, well apparently this has changed. Ah, there we are. That looks better. We are on a Kerbin escape with the KSA Arse. Mark II or Mark III? Mark III. Now, for some reason, I could not time warp to save my life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit F5 to quick save. And do we have any alarms? About 45 minutes, okay. Hey, alright, it fixed itself. Just giving it time to sit. Ended up fixing that alarm problem. Now all I'm going to do is get us to Kerbin, which is coming slowly at us. We're coming up from the South Pole at about a 45-degree angle. This asteroid is quite large, and I think would make a perfect start to our Kerbin space station. I'm thinking about maybe capturing one of each size asteroid and connecting it to this asteroid. If I can get this D and an E, I think everything would be pretty good with that. Now the reason that I quick saved, there goes Mun, is that I am not 100% sure. Delete that on close. Okay, I'm just going to keep time warping, but being more mindful of where I'm going. Now, with the Silly Gilly lander, I may have to send out another version of this, well, another one of these, to go and snag it as it's coming around towards Kerbin. You'll have to forgive me, my sinuses start picking back up again. So I'm trying real hard not to sniffle. Okay, now comes the fun part. I have to... Oh, loading up the physics window of Kerbin. Let's see, is it 2? Well, let's turn some lights on here so you guys can see. I think it's 2. Hey, look at that, I remembered which key it is. That'll turn off our solar panels. Like that, it does kind of look like a face with those yellow eyes. Now, I'm also recording this part of the audio, oops, with my new microphone. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the audio. It should be a little more clear than what it had been before. There'll probably be a video that's been up before this one goes live, and that's showing off the mic stand, the shock mount, and the microphone I'm using. Currently I do not have a pop filter, although the microphone is not directly in front of my mouth, so all of my P's and T's and all the other ones shouldn't be as enunciated. There also should be less background noise, because I don't have an omnidirectional, I've got pretty much a condenser right in the front. I'm sure you'll hear some of the birds and stuff tweeting in the background, but considering how nice it is outside, I think that's not a bad thing. Okay, hey, now we're starting to get into an orbit. Come on. Come around. Don't be a Kerbin escape anymore. We want you to be in orbit. Yay, it's an orbit. It's an orbit. Yay. Yay, we're in orbit. We are in orbit. Now what we gotta do is get ourselves equal to MUN. Ah, good. We're getting 30 million. And that's 11 million. So if we get less than 11 million before we hit our periapsis, we're doing good. And I think we're going to do it. Alright. And we should be on our way back up. Yep, we're on our way back up. Our apoapsis is still dropping. That was a pretty uneventful little trip around Kerbin. 9 million. So now we are underneath the orbit of MUN. So we can get this equatorial using MUN as our reference point. And that should make it a little bit easier to make this a station. Now you can see there's a big dent right there. Looks like something had hit it. It almost looks, if I took a yellow light and put right here, it'd look like a big tooth with a cavity. Okay, so we are, and I apologize if you do hear machinery. There's farmers that live around here, and they tend to drive up and down the roads. Of course, that sounds like a lawnmower. I can't tell. Okay, so we are in orbit. And once we get out of the atmosphere, I can go ahead and deploy my solar panels and start charging up my batteries for part 2. So I don't know why the Kraken was attacking me like it was. Hopefully I don't have that again. Don't really care for Kraken attacks like that. And like I said, I don't know about all the science on this because I don't have any instruments on this craft after getting it up here. So there could be science on this that I don't know about. Let's go ahead and set his target. And then up here, we're only 59 degrees off. Okay, so we need this to come positive. Slow down. 4, 6, 3. Oops. 0.1, 0.5, 0.4, 0.5. So 0.4 is probably going to be where I'm at. And I'm going to cut here and I'll be right back. Okay, and welcome back. Had a change of plans. I just realized that I don't have enough fuel, I don't believe, for that kind of burn. So I have to get the ship turned so that it is on a more, or so it doesn't intercept the planet again. So I've got to extend out the periapsis. And at that point, I'll take and send up a refueler. It'll probably just be an unmanned probe. That will link back up to this backport, fill up, and maybe actually provide an extra bit of thrust. I don't know yet if I'm going to do that yet or not, so we'll have to wait and see. Trying to find my maneuver node. Wherever it is. There it is. It's probably going to need some RCS fuel. And you might hear a few pops in the background. There's people shooting off fireworks. Okay, we'll just go ahead and speed up time as we fall away from Kerbin, watching the clouds circle around. Now this might be a shorter episode than normal, as I wasn't sure about the aerobraking process, and then noticing how low on fuel I was becoming. I might just have to go back and change the plans on that a little bit. Another thing I might do is I might add RCS tanks that refuel her with claws that can hook into the side of the asteroid here. But that'll be for another episode. As it falls away very slowly. One should be out somewhere behind us. Delete on close. And we're just gonna... I forgot we don't have the greatest thrust to weight ratio now because of the weight of that asteroid on the front of the ship. Yeah, it was going to be like a 41-minute burn to do. You know what? It's 110,000 or 110 kilometers. We're going to call that good. It didn't have to be perfect. Now, set a maneuver here at periapsis. Set a maneuver at periapsis. Make that a little easier to deal with. And we can go ahead and bring that in. Ooh, 6 minute burn. I don't think we have enough for that either. So, I am going to have to go to the Space Center. And yeah, we'll go ahead and use that one. And one of those. One of... There, we'll just go with this. Go 4 of those. And... just take center of mass. And go ahead and do that. And am I looking for here? I'm looking for a decoupler. Actually, no. I know what I'm looking for. Great big inline reaction wheel. Try this again. Okay, now I need a decoupler. Here's the one I want. How come it is when I want it, I can never find the stupid thing, and when I don't want it, I can always find it? Yes, this is probably... oops. And I don't think I'm going to keep you here too long. I know this is probably, everyone's probably looking at this going, that's overkill, that's overkill. But there's a reason why I'm doing it this way. There we go. And we, oops. We raise it up. And we're going to just try a quick one. Refueling. What do we call it? Refueling probe. There we go. Save. And launch. Oh yeah. I know what I just forgot. I forgot solar panels. So, go back in, revert to vehicle assembly. And I forgot a battery. That's easy enough to fix. Stow the battery down. Down there. That shouldn't mess the center of gravity up too much. And we need a way to recharge it. Put on 2 of those. And we are ready to launch. Uh-oh, that was pretty loud. In 3, 2, 6, go! Actually, you know what? I don't think that's going to work either. I'm going to do something silly. I'm going to launch it with a mainsail. Trap a Kerbal. Trap a Kerbal. Trap a Kerbal. Now this should have enough thrust to get me into orbit. If not, I'll just redesign it off camera. And in 3, 2, 1, go. Of course. Because I did something stupid. I forgot to redesign my launch stage. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. It does not have enough power. Okay, I'm going to get annoyed with this thing really quick. Actually, I could probably use this engine and just have just enough power to make it work. That'd be too much. Oh. Try this again. Okay. Oops, didn't want to hit that button. My little camera thing is right up in that same corner. Autosave ship. Launch. I think I saved it. Nope, that's not the one. Oh. Let's see here. Refueling probe. There we are. We're not even going to give this a proper name. We're just going to call it the refueling probe. I didn't even action group anything. Okay. Oops. In 3, 2, 1. It is the world's slowest takeoff. However, I think this one will actually achieve orbit. Possibly. Nope. Okay. Well then, we're just going to cheat and I'll do this off camera. So when we come back, hopefully just this part up here will be in space. And with that, I'm going to close down the episode. So if you liked it, please like, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see other videos, they're in the annotations at the end. Until next time, guys, have fun.